second question, you talked about representing the county. Right now, as far as I know, there's a person who filed a suit against the county concerning the county seat, and the county attorney refused to represent the county. Apparently there was no insurance, and the county claims that they've spent $60,000 to $70,000 on that lawsuit, which is currently in the Court of Appeals and might be headed to the Supreme Court. Do you see any reason why the county attorney couldn't represent the county on a suit like that?
I don't see any reason why, if I were the county attorney, that I couldn't represent the county in a suit like that. If there are reasons that the current county attorney couldn't do it, I'm not sure what those are.
There's also at least 3 other suits that I know about that the county attorney, zoning suits against the planning and zoning. If you see any reason why the county attorney couldn't handle that sort of thing? Or why that has to be farmed out?
They do it in Kenton County. Now let me clarify something, Tim. I don't want to mislead anybody. Okay. When I'm talking about self-insured, okay,
right,
I am not talking about me personally handling every lawsuit that the county is involved in. I am talking about me overseeing every piece of litigation that the county is involved in. And if I have to try it, I will try it, as I have tried many, many cases. I would require assistance, just like they do in Kenton County, where they have a pool of attorneys that they use to handle the different cases that come up. But what I was trying to emphasize is they claim that they are saving in excess of 6 figures every single year on not having to pay the insurance premiums and just simply pay these private attorneys with the county attorney.
I guess what I'm asking, have you looked into how much Campbell County has spent the last year or 2 on private attorneys?
I don't know the answer.
Thank you.
I don't.
Okay. Where does Campbell County buy their insurance now?
I don't know that. Probably KCO.
That's what I was going to ask.
We all have heard about KCO.
That's why they're saving 6 figures.
First license over your office.
Well, that's a good question, JR. JR wants to know where my office would be. I think that my office would probably be as close to the courthouse as it could be. That's where my current office is, my law office. It doesn't make a lot of sense for the county attorney not to be close to the courthouse. Now, I know that there's a lot of discussion out in the public about the South End and having offices out there. If I became the county attorney and I felt like that for some reason or another the South End was not properly represented, I would consider that. But quite honestly, I'd be willing to bet that there's not a person in here who's been in the county attorney's office. The public does not have a lot of interaction with the county attorney's office. So it doesn't make a lot of sense, as I stand here right now, as a candidate, to have a county attorney's office anywhere but right next to the court.
So you would operate out of your current building?
Well, I don't know about that. I could. I mean, I own the building. I can do that if I want, but I'm not sure if that's Let me say this, okay? There's 3 main things that I want to accomplish as a county attorney. I've talked about the self-insurance. I've talked about the child support enforcement. The third thing is, and this is essential for a justice system, okay? I don't care who you are. I don't care who you know. I don't care how much money you have. Everyone needs to be treated equally. If you are a lawbreaker, you will be treated as a lawbreaker if I'm the prosecutor, okay? If you are an innocent person, well then you'll be treated as an innocent person. But I do not care, and I did not care the 5 years that I was a prosecutor, who you were, who you knew, how much money you had, or any of that stuff.
But if you're a cop, you won't charge them, is that correct? But the case is right there, it's recent, it's just, the police break the law with just absolute impunity.
That's unacceptable for a justice system. We cannot have a justice system.
Any other questions? Yes?
Steve, you're pointing out you're attorney for Highland Heights Southgate Police Authority, too.
You're right. You're right. I'm the attorney for the Highland Heights Southgate Police Authority. And let me just say this about the Highland Heights Southgate Police Authority. What that is a merger of government services. Now, Now, I don't know what that, what kind of reaction you get from that, but the reason we did it is to save taxpayer money. And I think that it has saved the taxpayers money. Do you give up something when you do that? Yes, you do. Okay, you give up a little bit of autonomy, you give up a little bit of your kingdom, but you do it for the benefit of the taxpayer. And it's worked very well, hasn't it?
Yes, sir.
If you're elected, do you give up all that position? Or do you still hold those positions?
You are permitted to have a private practice if you're the county attorney. The current county attorney has a private practice, all the ones that have before. Will I give up some of those positions? I don't know, Lloyd. I frankly, for 28 years I've been practicing law, I feel like I'm pretty darn good at it, and I like it. I don't intend to give up my private practice. Will I give up, the police authority or some other public entity that I represent? I very well might.
Any other questions?
Did you need some legislative help for the pension problems with that police merger?
Yes.
Did you get help from any of our local legislators?
Yes. Well, I don't want to bore people with too many details, but in order to merge, we found out that we had to buy the state's health insurance, okay? And both Southgate and Highland Heights did not use the state's health insurance because it was cheaper not to. And our employees got better benefits. So we were unhappy to learn that, and we tried to get the law to change. We asked Senator Stein 2 years ago to help us, and she was a big help to us. And frankly, I think Representative Keene also filed a bill, but for some reason it did not get passed. We were assured that this year it was going to happen. I received a call about, 5 hours ago. Did you learn about this program?
No.
Yeah, it didn't pass again. So,
The House or the Senate?
well, it came through the Senate. Senator Stein cleared it through the Senate, but
Failed the House?
it has not been able to clear the House.
Thank you.
You mentioned something there, and I was at Dennis Keene's press conference about the interlock thing. And I'm not proposing that everybody go out drinking and driving. But the interlock doesn't know who the operator is. The interlock is not a fail-safe thing. The interlock, I don't think, is a very good idea, really. And then there is a current law on the books that allows interlock if a judge wants to use that. Do you think we need 800 million new laws?
No, I do not. I do not. I think that we have way too many laws. I do think that driving under the influence is a very serious matter, and it needs to be dealt with firmly. Is a mandatory interlock an answer? I don't know. As you say, there are ways to get around it, and I do worry that we have these little cottage industries popping up all around the justice system that seem to kind of pick at the poor and just whittle away at whatever they have left by the time we're done with them. I have concerns about that, but I don't know.
Last question?